Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds. Welcome you back to Lovecraft Country and SCP Secret Files. Yes, we're continuing our October Surprise series due to the massive interest you guys have had in this series so far. Plus, of course, the fact we still in spooky season and we're waiting for the vote for the next series, which should be coming about the 1st or 2nd of November. Then you get the trailer and we'll open up the vote for a week or so. Until then, let's continue our way into the SCP universe, the one in which, they have a file system for the number of Eldritch Horrors, because there's that many of them. And they're currently in the 7,000 series at this point, which means, yes, there are now over 7,000 objects, entities, locations, and events that are considered to be anomalous within the secret SCP universe. Yeah, the thing is, to incorporate all of these, the official SCP canon is that there's no canon. It just basically, these all couldn't exist in the same universe, but feel free to pick and choose what you want. So they obviously did this for this series. So let's continue our little descent into the madness that is the being an archivist in the SCP Foundation. And let's go. I guess we're back in the office. I make enough chair noises for this series, guys. You don't have to do it too. Being here will make incredible. Everything unknown will start here. Yeah. Carl Estana, 5/25/1989. This is in 2009, making him, well, assuming he's a postdoctorate, this is probably 1993. All right, let's see what we got. You will have access to classified and top-secret archives. Please confirm you're aware of all confidentiality clauses and agree to swear by and strictly adhere to all SCP Foundation regulation guidelines. If you don't do what we tell you, we're gonna mind wipe you and make you a D class. I agree to the regulations stuff. I can't even read them. Always read the documents before you do this, because this is technically a legally binding contract. With those little things every time you download, you buy something from Steam and they give you these huge guidelines, read them all, just in case, selling your firstborn of your soul is located in the fine print somewhere. All right, welcome to the SCP Foundation. Okay, please. Oh wait, we've messaging system training. Do not tell me. All right, so we should be moving forward. Okay, here we go. SCP-660, and as before, let's see what I'm going to look it up. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but I want to refresh myself with these things sometimes. Okay. Not one of the classics that I'm aware of, actually. This ought to be interesting. It's going to be new for you and me. All right, cool. All right. Okay, enter data regarding investigation reports into the archive system to the right. Click text with the red underline. After clicking, the data dragging effect will be activated. Drag it to the archive system. Yeah, we think we've already done this part before. So, Appendix 421-2012. So it's 2012. Yeah, we are 24 hours, right? Object is a regular clay plot with a height of 23 centimeters and diameter of 28 centimeters. Do not be fooled by its appearance. It is an organism, a womb. Yes, an earthen womb. SCP-660 may be safely stored in a standard safe deposit box, provided its mouth remains covered with inert Plaraplax disc and sealed tamper-proof tape. This makes it, I think, a safe item. Now, the thing is, never, ever when I use the term safe. Ooh, hold on. I have a problem with the voice. Hang on. Let me lower my voice a little. Looks like I was getting into red. Gain on the microphone is a little too large, apparently. But anyways, hope that didn't blow any of your eardrums out. But, yeah, the thing is about this is safe just means that they can put it into a box and leave it there. Understand that a nuclear warhead, then, is considered safe by the SCP protocols. Because technically, it's not going to go off. It's not going to walk out. It's not going to try to escape. It's just going to sit there. So when you say safe, all that means is that you don't have to post a guard for it. If it's Euclid, that means that it will struggle a bit. You've got to do a little extra work. If it's Keter, it means you're going to be spending a lot of time keeping that thing contained. But in any case, all right. So lab report 660, sample conditions: skin flap harvested from the left thigh, cadaver of D612, donor was healthy in all respects to death. Sample used: tissue sample left in SCP-60 for 2 months duration. Result: daily biopsies include and indicate viability of samples. Cell samples that from tissue graft are cultured in vitro, were leading a disposition towards precancerous and cancerous growth. Don't know if that's actually due to the device itself, the urn, or whether or not it's due to the person actually having cancer who died. So the thing is that cancer obviously is the rapid growth of tissue, unnatural growth, which why you have benign and malignant tumors. I mean, some tumors, you probably have one or two somewhere that are just a result of coding errors, that you have unnecessary tissue sticking out into some scar someplace. It's not going to kill you. It's just not supposed to be there. Malignant, of course, is when it starts to taking over stuff that you really shouldn't be doing it. You know, like a lot of things. Anything you need that's essential. Brain, lung, bone marrow, skin, all of that can quickly become problematic, especially with skin cancer these days and the ultraviolet radiation from the destruction of the ozone layer. Sigh. Anyways, lab report 660-B. Sample condition, skin flap harvested from left thigh of cadaver. Sample use, sample tissue left for 2 months. Duration, grafted onto torso of D-class personnel with second and third degree burns. Recipient anomaly tested, record of no contradictions with SCP-660. Result, tissue graft takes out complication, healing according to usual steps of adherence, serum inhibition, and revascularization. However, as common with severe burn cases, the compromised skin barrier led to infection, eventually fatal septic shock. Postmortem biopsy and analysis indicates skin graft would return to full histological structure and function had recipient survived. Well, of course, the old saying, this operation was a success, but the patient died. Okay, 660-C lab report. Count sample condition, live member of house mouse. Required for laboratory testing by use of SCP blah blah blah. The consciousness of D614 was implanted into the specimen. D614 was chosen to demonstrate resistance to negative effects of prolonged isolation and temporary deprivation. Left in SCP-660 for 2 months duration. Unusually, SCP-blank was incapable of restoring D614's consciousness to the original body after removal from SCP-60. Computer interface was developed to facilitate two-way communication with D614. Interview was conducted once D614 were familiar with this interface. An excerpt was included below. Dr. Brown, I guess I'll take your word for it. How did that feel? Suffocating and stretching. Could you be more specific? How the hell do you think I feel? Even mice need to grow and move and live. Every part of me was straining, but I was stuck. I thought it would explode. Full contents of viewer classified. An autopsy revealed precancerous growth throughout the mouse body. There we go. So it does cause cellular increase, which of course is cancerous. Lab report 660-D. Sample condition, right arm loss and traumatic amputation below the elbow. D778 was severely injured in an accident involving SCP blank. Lost limb recovered as part of cleanup operation. Subject would not have survived immediate reattachment surgery due to other injuries involving severe vascular compromise. Severed extreme breast preserved in SCP-60 to bid to preserve tissue viability. Result, right arm successfully reattached to previous owner. Subject reports return of sensation in fingers of the right hand, contrary to poor prognosis due to severe tissue avulsion and nerve damage sustained initial injury. Biopsy reveals little to precancerous no growth. Transport ruled a tentative success. D78 is retained for further observation. Addendum. I love the addendums. Always interesting. Human testing with SCP-60 suspended due to the sudden death of D778 due to tetraremia from malignant transformation. I've seen fetus in fetu before. Never seen him try to grab my probe during autopsy. Dr. Grayson. Appendix 7322. As today, SCP-660-1 has been neutralized. SCP-660 no longer exhibits any form of shapes. I will be classified as safe as the Foundation research on SCP-660-1 and transported to Larocally Research Initiative. All right, so we have to click each thing that has a red line. So let's start at the top with an earthen womb, shall we? Put that here. All right. Disk. All right, put that here, I guess, for description. Yeah, this is the actual file, by the way, that you'll see online this time. All right, and safe. All right, let's submit this. I guess this isn't one we're going to be doing anything with. So let's just submit that. All right, so, where are we now? Today's mission, Addendum 1431. Trees grown on site from saplings obtained from the parent plants. This is SCP-141, 143 perhaps. All right, let's try this. Could be Sarkan related. They do a lot of vegetation. Yeah, that's... Yep, it's a type of tree. There we go. It is SCP-143, but I kind of was hoping that they would... Oh, there it is over there. Addendum 143-1. The trees were grown on site from the saplings obtained from the parent plants located in Narva Prefecture, Japanese, 1905. I don't know when we're going to be triggering another game segment, okay? So, bear with me here. The parent trees are owned by a family of traditional swordsmiths claiming to be descended from a legendary sword maker named Abukuna. I mispronounced that, so apologies. According to the original trees as Jinko no Kodashi, or the Bladewood Grave. It's from the Foundation gained the techniques to cut and work the wood into petals into serviceable items. The original trees are still in Japan, owned by the government, and still tended to by the same family. However, the government has denied all existence of the trees and any products made them are kept in the country. Then 143-2, SCP-143 is watered twice every day on a regular basis via a large sprinkler system. I thought that you didn't have them. Did you steal them? Unless watered by the local precipitation. Personnel are not allowed into the enclosure at level 4 administrative clearance. Are advised not to touch any of SCP-143 or stand beneath them unless wearing proper containment gear. It's important that one in the containment area once SCP-4 begins to shed. However, if the shedding is concluded, their collection of fallen petals for testing purposes is authorized by project director. See SCP-143-testing log. Document 143-A. We lost 3 staff today to 143. They were collecting petals dropped by the tree the previous day when sudden gusts picked up, shaking a good deal of the petals from the trees and blowing them around. Stayed windy for the whole day. I'd send a green crew, but it's pretty windy and the odd petal is still falling. We have to pick up the remains where the wind dies in a bit. Yeah, essentially razor sharp petals and leaves. Yeah, and they will slice through flesh as they fall to the ground. Testing SCP-143 testing logs. Appendix 143-0 hardness test. 55,000 real scale. To withstand temperatures of 1800. Check the ratio suppress the titanium, being 15% lighter than aluminum. Most difficult to work due to their properties. Imagine making they can make a sword out of this. That was probably what they've been doing. Under high temperatures, upwards of 1500 degrees Celsius, separate pieces are capable of being fused together. They made swords out of this stuff. All right, so what we're going to do is we'll put this over. Hello. Okay, there we go. Seriously, I'm pretty sure you could automate this. Guys, I'm not sure. They're probably hiring people because, I mean, it's like the same thing in Japan. They'll like have 4 people working a perfume counter. That was the person that told me about that then, who said that that they did so because it's better to have unnecessary people working than unemployment because it would be bad for the economy. Which despite the fact that Japan doesn't have a booming economy, it has a stable one, which is a lot more than a lot of the countries can say. All right, so SCP-261. All right, let's see what this one is. All right, there we go. This one's kind of funny. All right. Logs of items vended during testing phase 8. 800 yen expended for each item. Items need to distribute every 2 minutes. SCP-261 is attached to power. Note SCP, this is a magic vending machine. 261 safety regulation stipulates that SCP-261 may be used for a maximum of 10 times per 24-hour period with no transaction value exceeding the equivalent of 500 Japanese yen. However, in view of the necessity of the experiment, the Foundation has approved Dr. Bulbul request to use SCP-261 of high frequency Coke Zero, can of Diet Coke, packaged in English. Essentially, you type in what you want and it gives it to you. Some idiot tried to do antimatter once. Fortunately, it didn't work. Cheetos, bag of Cheetos, black, caffeinated chewing gum, packaged in Japanese, yan, single yan cone with peach dripping frosting, packaging in Japanese, does not produce this flavor. Pepsi, Dragon Twist, a can of Pepsi Cola with trace of flute flavor, packaging English, flavor identified as dragon fruit. PepsiCo does not produce this product. And essentially, it grabs an item from an alternate universe and brings it to you. Fortunately, it can't read the antimatter universe, or there would be no SCP Site 17, or wherever this place is being taken. Site 17 is a standard, by the way. It's where the original 1000 series and a lot of the Lowell Foundation or Foundation before it tried to become serious, as it were, canon comes from. All right, Dark Side Cola. A can with clear plastic sides, packaging Japanese, liquid inside is clear. When opened, the liquid appears to react to the air, changes to black color over a period of several seconds. The black coloration looks like building smoke and cannot be reversed. Liquid tastes variety of cola with something spicy in it. Little Bakery, 7 grain. A small tube the size of candy bar with a green button made of aluminum, packaging in English. When the top is twisted off, a massive dough is extruded. Dough contains several enzymes and bacteria that have not yet been identified. On contact with these cause the dough to rise and bake, killing the microbes in the process. Produces a small round loaf weighing 250 grams, described as good but chewy. Lemon clams. Really? Thick black baggie with plastic tube on the side contains water and 12 clams, packaging in Dutch, following unpacked instructions. Plastic tube is cracked like a glow stick. Liquid in the bag flashed to steam, venting from a hole popped open in the top of the bag. Hey, that's ingenious. Somebody really should do that. Something slightly burning one researcher. Steaming finished after 38 seconds, to which they claim to be full cooked and infused in the mild lemon flavor. Investigation claims me no matching series. Again, alternate universe. Diet Ghost. A can containing an instance of SCP-2107. 2107, hang on. See, sometimes you gotta have this thing up for cross-reference because they will not actually explain some of these things. Like, this is what we did when we tested these two together. Okay, 2107 is Diet Ghost. No, I didn't realize that. That would require its own entry, so we're not getting into that. You can look it up yourself, obviously, online. Unknown. Small mesh bag filled with small multicolored pyramids, packaging an unknown period. Pyramids caused to be hard and unpleasant tasting compared to chalk and taste and consistency. When placed in hot water, pyramids open and produce strings that quickly dissolve, coloring the water the same shade as the pyramid. Water had no additional taste, but testing revealed a sharp increase in mineral, carbohydrate, and protein content, with several minerals unidentified at the present time. The content was found to be consistent with daily intake of nutrients for adult humans. Research suggesting the water repeated stomach cramps 2 hours later with no other effects. Unknown. Probably this means that the language is not in English or any other type of language that we know in this universe. Aluminum box is a small glass window on the side and a large round button on the top, packaging unknown language. Box is seamless, appears to be filled with small round animals covered in fur, each with 3 small paws and a single large eye. Pressing the button causes the inside of the box to rapidly become superheating, cooking the small animals alive. Muffled noises and scratching were for several seconds of cooking process. After 1 minute, 3 seconds, front panel open gives access to now cooked animals. Professor Kane volunteered to eat the animals, and other researchers willing to do so. Taste described as scrunchy, with very spicy with small hint of beef. You're disgusting, Mr. Kane. They actually do have Kane in one of the cells down there, but that isn't him. Unknown. Tall, thin, aluminum can, packaged in unknown language. Opening the can causes a chemical reaction with liquid inside. Liquid is apparently not intended for oxygenated atmosphere and detonated violently, causing several injuries and killing 2 researchers. This is why you do this shit behind plexiglass. Testing is continued. Area clear. Testing area observed to smell like citrus for several days. Conclusion is neither food or drinks, nothing else. How awful. It's called to an end. Oh, for crying out loud. You're complaining about this stuff? This would be fun to play with. As long as you make sure to do it safely. Just think about it. You're hitting other dimensional snack food. There you go. And let's submit this one. All right, no task. Let's talk to our friends. 4 minutes to 4 o'clock. 5 minutes to 4 o'clock. Just about ready. Gent, you're not coming? Nah. I'm going to try to give him voices at this point. Doesn't suit me. What are you talking about? I'm not going to be needy. Hi, Carl. We're going to attend the monthly lecture. Monthly lecture? Ooh, tell me it's one of the interesting ones. There are some infamous lectures. Each month, the Foundation invites someone famous to hold a lecture to share the new knowledge and insights pertaining to SCP. For this month's lecture, they invited Dr. Trevor. He holds a high reputation in the Foundation. All right, interesting. Count me in. We all know we're going to do it anyways. I'll send you the link to the monthly lecture in just a second. System notice. The social signed for is about to begin. Please join the meeting in the training session. All right, let's go. Dance and Dragon, SCP 1762 and I. All right, 1762. What do we got? Looks like we're going to have one of those lecture ones, a little bit of a thing here. All right, so yeah. Oh, this could be sad. Let's find out. Okay. Cryptid channel. Mimetic influence. That's good that you don't have that. All right. Sigh. Keep forgetting if that's their loading or my loading, or does it matter? Oh.
There are many stories in this world.
Okay.
Some are read widely all over the world.
Not what I was expecting.
Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people.
And drive their readers mad.
Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard before. A real story of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story. The story takes place in a world of long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy. His name is Daniel.
It's not going where I thought it would. All right, Danny. Let's see what you got.
One day, out of nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of chickenpox. It made him look like a strawberry.
I'm not 8.
To make sure he didn't spread it to others, Mrs. Page, the principal, had him isolate in an attic.
What?
And so, in the attic he lived.
Okay, getting darker.
Mr. Daniel, while up here in this attic, you'll have plenty of time to practice your penny whistle. I hope you practice well and prepare for next month's art festival.
Not pressure the kid.
Mrs. Page, the melody is so difficult.
Don't give up, boy. You don't give up before you fight.
Seriously. Okay, so I guess it's story time.
Daniel was reluctant.
I just
at
turned the
first,
page.
But he trusted Mrs. Page, and he knew he should listen. And so he practiced the penny whistle.
Oh god, they're gonna make me do this. Are you freaking serious? I see that's what it's supposed to do. Are we... Okay, apparently we've been doing a rhythm game now. Not that I'm actually good at those, mind you. Okay. That didn't work.
Suddenly, he heard some strange noises in the corner of the attic.
Huh? Who's there?
Daniel decided to go over and take a look.
Sure, why not? And probably not gonna be a facehugger. Hello? Did this... Oh, whoa! Sorry. So used to passivity and all of this. And now we're gonna... Alright, so... I know what we're supposed to do, but I'm annoyingly... pokey. Okay, so we're in an animated universe. Does anybody want to try to explain to me how on earth this is going on within the SCP universe that we're in? I mean, are we literally having a VR experience at this point? Oh, look. There is actually a robot SCP like that. It's kind of interesting. Okay, can we get in here? Oh, I can't crouch. Well, there's that. Pretty sure I can't run either. Alright, fine. We'll check it.
It was a mousetrap, and there was a red origami paper dragon inside of it.
Okay.
Daniel carefully removed it. It was marvelous and beautiful. The
Cool.
only problem was part of its wing was damaged.
Alright.
But Daniel found a way to repair it.
Involve blood sacrifice. Oh no, it involves a minigame. Seriously?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that works. It's just one item?
Daniel held the repaired paper dragon high up in the air, imagining that it soared over all the world below. He played and played with the paper dragon.
Wee! Woo!
Okay.
Dragon! Soar!
In the warm afternoon sun, Daniel had to fight his eyelids just to keep them open.
Living origami dragon, which is cool.
Could it be? Or is this all just a dream?
Okay.
The next day, with boredom and loneliness weighing him down, he began to fiddle with the old radio.
God, how long have you been keeping this kid up here?
Our town is located in the
Look at the
plains
bathroom.
where earthquakes are not particularly common. Although there are 17 fault zones around us, they are all inactive.
So, the Pacific Northwest. Got it.
A scrunched up ball of paper rolled over to his feet.
Okay.
Where did this paper ball come from?
Just as Daniel went to pick it up, the ball suddenly came to life, and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
God. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, we're back to us. Come on, there's got to be something in here that gives us a bonus point. I do love how it looks like a... Is this a... What is style drawing is this anyways? But yeah, we're inside someone's art picture. Alright, cool. Oh, well, at least there's something to this. Ah! Do we have run? No, we don't have run, unfortunately. Alright. Come on, you. Come here. Gonna cut you off at some point. Alright, fine.
Just as he was about to seize the rolling paper ball,
Jump for his face.
Suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it.
Okay, that'll do. Dun. Okay, suddenly drama.
The paper ball began to grow, bigger and bigger. At that moment, a red figure suddenly appeared.
Natural predator. It keeps the population in control.
The red figure quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box.
Well, that
Daniel
happened.
studied the red figure carefully.
Mini Smog. From The Hobbit.
It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
Yay!
I
Well,
wasn't
I'm in pain now.
Saving me.
Daniel was grateful and very happy. He walked closer to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and backed
Oh
away.
my god.
Just then, Daniel had an idea.
Alright, so the reason it kind of hit me in the head there is, anybody here remember the biblical story of Daniel in the lion's den, who after pulling out a thorn from a lion's paw was spared by being eaten by the lions, or at least that's the secular version. The religious version is actually that it's the fact that God loved Daniel, therefore the lions wouldn't eat him. You can take it if you want to, but I didn't actually think that was going to be a reference for an SCP game at some point.
He took out his penny whistle and
Oh
slowly
no, we're doing
played
this
a
again.
tune.
Here we go. Let's go. We're just going to embarrass me on this. All right, cool. I suppose there's an achievement for getting them all right. Not that I ever will, mind you. See? Not what was I expecting, trust me on this one. I'd like to wonder who recommended this lecture to the training.
The paper dragon
True.
enjoyed the sound very much.
All right, cool.
It began to move along with the rhythm, flipping up and
Forgiving
down
audience.
in the air. Soon the two were playing and dancing, just like old friends.
God, the SCP department apparently has a arts and crafts section. Living arts and crafts, mind you. My version of a transformer sound.
The paper dragon traced out a beautiful arc in the air, communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
All right.
My cherished friend,
Ah!
after many long years, we finally meet again.
Hello, Satan.
Tell me, how has your family been? A great thank you for playing that music for me.
Kind of sucked, but okay.
You know how I love the beautiful rhythm of that instrument. But we ought to take precautions, as the room is not stable. Do you still remember how the room works? You're welcome to visit anytime.
The piece of paper then changed back into the shape of a paper dragon and flew into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence
I knew.
was restored to the attic.
I knew it. The kid was being sacrificed.
Daniel rushed to find a watercolor pen and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
Here there be dragons. eventually will be shown up at the SCP Foundation.
Over the next few days, the paper dragon came out often to play with Daniel. During this time, Daniel introduced many of his friends to the paper dragon.
Okay.
That cat's name is Mrs. Carter. Ever since I secretly fed her some fish for dinner, we've been good friends.
Well, as much as cats have friends.
That's Duke, Mrs. Jessica's pet.
Wait,
He doesn't like Rainy Day or Mrs. Carter.
okay.
Only smoked sausages for
Why is the dog peeing?
And now, we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
Well, we already determined that,
The
Satan.
paper dragon flapped its wings, as if it didn't understand him.
Identify yourself, Spawn.
Well, since you like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny? I'll keep practicing to make it sound
You're gonna make me
better.
do it again, aren't you?
Daniel and Penny then played baseball together in the attic.
Ow, do you try not
Play
to...
cat.
You can just crush the darn thing. Alright, that's fine. Fetch is good. Fetch is good. Not entirely sure what we're supposed to be doing here, but okay.
But just as they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a
Right then.
violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
Oh no.
The stubborn earthquake is back at it, folks, and it seems even stronger than last time.
At this moment, the box suddenly shot open, and thick clouds of smoke billowed out, followed by several paper balls.
I don't know what the heck's going on.
Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation and promptly threw them back into the box. Penny then flew around in front of Daniel and rushed right back into the box.
Doing
As
it.
the box closed, the earthquake stopped. Seeing
Okay.
her friends farewell without a formal goodbye, Daniel felt confused and lost. He moved
Amy.
the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle.
Oh, here we
day
go
in
again.
And day out.
Alright, we've been in this attic for weeks now. What the heck is going on? Chicken pox should be over. Kid, stop
As
trying to
days
summon
went
dark
by,
forces.
Daniel's playing became smoother. One day, the box suddenly began to move.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Not the bright one, kid, huh?
1, 2, 3.
It was mating season!
This time there were 4 paper dragons. But they weren't alone. Enemies began to jump out of the box too.
Earthquake! Another earthquake! This time it's reached a magnitude of 5.8!
You weren't on.
In that small attic, the 4 paper dragons fought fiercely against the paper balls. This time, the paper balls used new tactics. They clumped together into a single monstrous ball of paper.
So, like the cheapest version of Voltron
Shoot
ever.
Strong bursts of electric sparks at the paper dragons as they
Pokemon
flew through
evolution.
the air. As they were hit, the paper dragons fell from the air, one after the other.
Kid, you want to get involved?
Seeing the injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed.
Apparently not. Kid, you're gonna have to man up here.
Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power.
Hadouken!
The paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light and dove
Last
straight
strike.
down to pierce through the monstrous paper ball. And then came another paper dragon. the monstrous paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls. Trembling, they struggled to escape back into the box.
What have we learned?
The sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling shreds of paper, and a silence pervaded. Peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers and treated them at once.
Okay, I guess we're doing this. Pick up gently. Okay. Flatten slowly. Put stickers on. All right. Medic. On patrol. Okay, cool.
Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the box. The 2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly.
Reading season, like I was
2
saying.
colored threads, they merged with the other dragons, flying in unison.
Do you think it's like...
The dragons moved like a tide, flying freely through the attic. Daniel eagerly took out his penny whistle. He showed all his paper dragon friends the results of his hard work and practice.
Oh god, they're gonna dick you to it again, aren't they? Oh god. Whoops. Ah, got that one wrong. I'm not musical. Ah. Wrong buttons. Great. I guess music makes more of them. How they reproduce. Well, that was bad. Okay. I think it's the last one. All right, cool. Apparently they reproduce using children's imagination and music. I can work with this. Not the strangest SCP out there.
With the sweet melody of his playing, Daniel felt himself enter into the world of dragons.
Oh, this ought to be good. Okay, we're in a watercolor universe at this point. We don't have control, so I'm not sure where we're going with this. Well, cool. Let's not get eaten. This suddenly getting Skyrim flashbacks. It is Smog. And Smog's family. Awesome. We helped perpetuate the dragon breeding cycle. What the hell were the balls then?
The paper dragons merged into a long letter and floated down towards Daniel to tell their story.
Okay.
After the last war, the fantasy world enjoyed a long spell of peace and stability. But now, the giants have returned. They have launched ferocious attacks, trying to invade your world through the room. We are prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to destroy your room, for it is the last remaining entryway into your world. Please believe this farewell will only be temporary. We will not be apart forever, and we forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
I feel like we've come to the end of a very long story.
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box. Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons had meant, but he had a vague feeling in his heart that he may never see his new friends again.
Which aren't new friends, according to that. So we're going to find out, like, what? That the room is actually some tempered extra-dimensional prison and Daniel's amnesiac god?
A few days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully recovered.
Your gods, it
He
up,
could
so it's
now
been a
play the
month.
tinny whistle very, very well.
According to me.
But the paper dragons never returned.
Childhood ends. Right.
Maybe it was time to leave and move on.
Yeah, probably.
Earthquake warning! Magnitude 6.2! A massive earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople, please leave your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
Just then,
Are we...
countless paper dragons shot from the cardboard
Didn't we
box.
just do this?
However, it seemed like they were under attack, spinning and falling through the air in confusion.
What's happening?
Daniel quickly grabbed the stickers out from his bag and did his best to heal the injured paper dragons.
Burn the box. Alright, we're doing this as quickly as possible, apparently. Give me an interaction button. Oh, God. Come, there we go. Where's the rest of them? Oh, there's another one here. Like I said, this wasn't what I was expecting to do when I started out the game. Alright. Show me more. Aha. Honestly, I think the box isn't worth it, Daniel. Probably should just shredded the damn thing. Put in recycling bin. Let somebody else's problem. Okay.
But the paper balls swarmed together and pushed Daniel away,
It's paper.
keeping him firmly in the corner.
It's
Couldn't
paper.
move.
It's paper. I'm fully convinced this kid is having, delirious outbreaks.
Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box.
Not how I expected Cthulhu to enter the world.
The figure of a giant slowly emerged from the thick clouds, and the entire attic became overwhelmed with its evil aura.
Well, this changed quickly.
Earthquake is growing stronger, now with a magnitude of 7.1! Heaven almighty, are we doomed?
Are you noticing it's not plugged in? It's never been plugged in?
Unleashed its power maniacally. The paper dragons struggled against it, with no means of fighting back.
The wrong color, but I swear it's the Scarlet King.
At this critical moment, two paper dragons shined brilliantly
Oh, good.
together. They heroically crashed their bodies
Ooh, kamikaze.
into the giant.
Yeah, but how many times can we keep doing this?
Daniel thought the giant had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple.
Would you just get out of the paper, kid?
The giant's figure could still be seen in the thick smoke, looking evil and terrible. The attacks of the paper dragons had had no effect, and the giant had only grown stronger. It fought back with a new ferocity. The paper dragons were simply no match for it.
The earthquake is growing stronger still! The greatest disaster this town has seen in over 100 years! My heavens! Will this nightmare ever end?
I have no idea.
With the paper dragons now all but defeated, Daniel spotted a frail figure in the distance. It was Penny. It flew gently in front of Daniel and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers, as if this whole crisis had never happened.
Then the world ended.
Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell him something, but he didn't quite understand what.
How about just get up?
Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned. They flew through the
Mass
air,
resurrection.
all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation. At that moment, Penny turned into a great red beam and rushed fast towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star. At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragon flying.
No!
A huge explosion from the impact
Like the
drowned
pause
out
there.
everything else in the attic. The attic rained down with countless pieces of paper, the leftover scraps of the paper dragons.
Right
Daniel
then.
wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. Okay, so we're back to... Right, collect scraps. We're going to make our own Frankenstein monster version of the paper dragons, which apparently were the vessels for us powerful spirits that are supposed to protect humanity against evil giants. Okay, cool. Like I said, not the strangest thing in the SCP universe, just wasn't expecting the PG-13 version. Okay, small puzzle. There we go. Okay. That goes there. Goes there. This goes here. Yeah. Puzzles aren't exactly scratching my brain. Stressing my brain out here.
Goodbye, my friend.
Like the fourth time you've said that.
The nightmare is over. The earthquake has stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe. We thank you, Lord, for your protection.
Wrong entity. That's SCP-343.
A few days later...
Oh no, they're gonna make me do the damn thing again, aren't they?
Daniel attended the show with his
Yep.
penny whistle.
Watch me get like third place.
And now, Daniel Trevor will perform a penny whistle solo of a song titled Fly With Me.
Hate talent shows. They're like, put your kid on the spot in order to force a false sense of competition. Here we go. And again. Do we summon the dragons? That's what I want to know. Too much to hope for. Thing is, I can't even pay attention to the graphics. Do. Okay, so told you I'd summon them. Nothing is ever truly lost. As long as you keep that breeding cycle going.
And that's how the story ends. Now, you might be wondering, what happened next? Are there still paper dragons in the world? Well, that's a difficult question to answer. But I believe that they are still protecting us somewhere in this world.
In that
just
containment
like
cell.
they promised they would, forever, into eternity.
And that got darker suddenly. So yeah, they're contained in a box in... My god, I got an achievement for that. Here be dragons is gotta be what it's called. Yep, here were dragons. Yeah, it's called Here Were Dragons because unfortunately it's been neutralized. You'll have to check this entry itself, but yes, it did eventually cease, which is good. Remember, they said they were going to destroy the entrance to prevent the monsters from coming through. Gender reversal recorded, 13 deaths and 8 cases of extreme paralysis. Site 19 announced. All right, this ticker up here. Okay, breach of 191 this morning. 191 was triggered. What is 191? Let me check. I'm going to say 096, because that's really bad. Activated for the first time. At present, all personnel on the site have been examined and isolated one by one. Cause of the accident is not known at this time. Still under investigation. Oh, right. That's not a good one. Let's get back to this. Dragon, soar! What lovely paper dragons. I love them so much. We're holding him in a cell, you idiot. The SCP-1762 is now contained in Reliquary Research Institute, where Dr. Daniel is supervising director. The copyright boxes remain silent. How do you know this, Gent? I thought you didn't attend the monthly lecture. You're spying on us, you asshole. Under direction of Dr. Trevor, Gent spent 2 years researching SCP-1762, so he knows far more than we do. Wow! God, we are so naive. Yeah, I told you that particular SCP didn't suit me. Oh, come on, Gent. But really, imagine you tidying up files and piles of cute little fairy books is kind of adorable. Enough already, I'm getting back to work. I'm going to stress the point again. That particular SCP did not suit me. I've been here a month now and entirely adjusted to this job. Through the content works is simply to process archive files. It is work that never bore me. A few absurd jokes aside, most of my archives are really fascinating. I've been having hallucinations lately. I feel like someone is calling me, a voice slow and uncertain. Well, it took a swerve, didn't it? They've been trying to communicate with me, but I can't understand a single word they say. In fact, I had planned on seeing a doctor, but it's always some of these typical rookie syndromes and clear up in a few days. Well, that changed rapidly. I certainly hope that is the case. All right, so, yeah. Not the episode I thought I'd be producing for you guys, but apparently fate had different plans. So, yeah. Not all of the SCP is about ancient evils that are trying to devour the world or plagues that are going to end up turning us all into metal droids, which I believe is an SCP, by the way. So, sometimes they had these cute little things. I mean, just look up SCP-999 sometime. The tickle monster. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this little break in our doom and gloom, so to speak. And just to keep in reminder that even though it's the cute one, it's also one of the ones that could have ended hundreds of thousands of lives. It means unknown. I mean, the thing is, the brief foray Daniel had into the Dragon's universe showed that it was a fully functional universe. It was an alternate parallel pocket dimension which contained an eldritch horror, and the dragons themselves were guardians of that realm. For some reason, the dimensional access point is a cardboard box, and anything that comes out is immediately translated into a small paper version of itself. Okay, I don't know what whoever wrote this was thinking, but it is kind of cute, although sad if you actually read the entry, because it does stop, and I think called The Day the Dragons Died. At some point, made a short story about that. It wasn't that, however. That I think is a unique one. So yeah, next time I'm pretty sure with the evil voice that's been leeching out to Carl here, we'll be moving into some some darker, more horrific territory like the Were Asked episode. But hey, at least we got a small little break, and I hope you enjoyed it. Anyways, this is Fantastic World saying farewell from Lovecraft Country and SCP Secret Files. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe. If you subscribe, hit the notification button. We will be coming up probably the first or second with a vote on the next series. So I will hopefully remember to post a link up there on the upper right to the series that will be voted on. It'll be 5 series. Every subscriber gets 1 vote. If you are a supporter, you get multiple votes, and supporters also have access to, if you look down, become by looking at the link down below in the description, have access to additional material, and of course can vote on the additional material such as this. Although this one, we've kind of gone over and beyond simply because it is holiday season and we are between series. So don't know how much more we have of this. We might actually finish it before Halloween. I hope it's not that long, but it's been kind of interesting anyways, even if unexpectedly charming at times. Anyways, see you next time. Bye.